Hey everyone, Banyuki here again with another video on, helping people out with certain things. And today my topic is going to be Mass Effect Andromeda in Dolby Vision. And there's been a lot of, I guess, misinformation out there on how to get this to work. And since it's been working fine for me for about a week, at least in my setup, I figured I'd share a few settings. So as you can see here, we're in Windows 10. And this does have the latest update for the creators update. And people are saying it works, it doesn't work. It's worked for me flawlessly. As you'll see, I have two different connections here. And the reason that is because the receiver I have, which is a Denon X4300H, unfortunately does not have the Dolby Vision firmware update that allows bypassing. So I have to be a little creative. I have the HDMI port has a cable going directly to one of the ports on the TV. And then I have a DisplayPort to HDMI cable going to the AVR, which handles the surround sound. And I must say it's amazing because with Windows Creators Update, there was a Dolby Atmos setting here. Let's see if I can see this through the phone. That allows you to use this processing for Dolby Atmos. So when I kick on my games, I actually hear the stuff in Atmos. Some games it sounds pretty fake, other games it sounds excellent. Mass Effect is one of those games. So not only are we getting Dolby Vision, now we're getting that LPCM processed into Dolby Atmos. And in this room, I have a 5.1.4 setup. So it's very convincing in certain games. Well, as you'll see here, the port going to the LG is going at 4K 60. And I'm using the Nvidia color settings, and you'll see I'm using RGB, 8 bits per component, and output is full. All right, let's see what happens when I turn on the game. Now, bear with me, it takes a little bit. I mean, there is a Samsung 960 EVO in there, and it's okay. It's not as fast as like a 960 Pro, but for games and stuff, 1 terabyte, am I going to pay that much money for a 960 Pro? It's not worth it for the extra milliseconds or seconds you shave off for loading. So it'll start up. Now, what I will say is that a lot of people have been having problems, and I think it's either because they don't know how Windows works or they're confused on how the game detects Dolby Vision. But as you'll see, it pretty much you just turn it on and that's it. And the Dolby Atmos just kicked on. It's weird. It kind of clicks in. But you'll see there, look, it's in Dolby Vision. It's hard to see on the phone, but believe me, it's in Dolby Vision. And you're not really going to get it through the phone, but this looks amazing. This blows HDR10 out of the water. It's actually very impressive. And I know we had to wait like an extra 3 months since the game came out. This patch came out, I believe, in the early June. But it was well worth it. I'm coming back. It's like playing another game. Honestly, I've thought of this game being so good that I find myself playing on this television. It has a 1080p 120 hertz mode. I've been playing in 120 hertz with Dolby Vision game mode. It's awesome. So anyway, let's get down to the settings to show you guys that on my 1080 Ti, which I have in here in this enclosure, how it's working. So I'm going to try to move this down to settings to show you guys that this is 4K 60. So as you can see there, you got 4K resolution at 59.94 on the 1080 with 11 gigs of RAM, and it is in Dolby Vision. One thing you'll notice that's a little different is this right here is the screen calibration. On the other one, you're able to calibrate the screen, even HDR10. But on this, it's just, hey, you're calibrated. Your display is already calibrated by Dolby Vision. So, I'll show you guys here. As you can see on the Denon, it is receiving Dolby Atmos. So, Dolby Atmos in game, and it works on all games so far that I've tested. We're talking Street Fighter, King of Fighters, Resident Evil. A lot of the games, it just takes that LPCM and converts it over to Dolby Atmos. And it's, like I said, in some games, you can kind of tell, it's like, okay, that's kind of a stretch. But in other games, it's very convincing. And This game, Mass Effect Andromeda, is one of those games. I can hear the high channels being used. I'm amazed. So I'm very happy with the way Windows is getting their stuff together. Dolby Vision, this is the first Dolby Vision game. I mean, I could show you some gameplay, but honestly, you're not going to be able to really see the differences on this phone. I don't have a Dolby Vision capturing phone, and I wish I did, but I don't. So just want to let you guys know that it is possible. It's very simple. I just set everything to RGB. I turn the game on, and it just comes on. I mean, there's not much challenge there. If you have any questions, if you have any problems, I could try to help you out, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just set everything to RGB, put it on full, and turn on the game, and Dolby Vision, the ability will be there. So, you guys game on, and I'll see you out there.